Hello everybody, welcome to our brand new series on the channel. This is going to be a weekly round... I just keep thinking how much we'll get rinsed for this. It's going to be a weekly roundup where me and Chloe chat about, is it our favourite show?
I think it's your favourite.
It's my favourite. Yeah. I only watch it because you watch it.
Yeah, I just like the Euros. You're just here for this.
Oh, you're the Euros, I'm Love Island. Yeah, every time you want to watch England, I'm like, but they're coupling up tonight, Chloe.
Yeah, like I wanted to do a roundup of every match, but...
You know, I just love keeping people on their toes, you know. Yeah, we're going to be doing a weekly roundup of Love Island. This is from Monday to Friday, isn't it? It's Sunday today, so we wouldn't have seen today's episode, or yesterday's episode, because we'll upload this on Monday. Anyway, let's get into it. Drop a subscribe if you're new. So, episode 1 begins with, like, the intros to everybody. Yeah. And then we've got, like, the coupling up. Is called.
The first coupling up, yeah.
So basically what happens on Love Island is they have to couple up, okay? That's the whole premise of the show. Love Island, they have to couple up with somebody. Now it starts by, I think the girls were the first people, weren't they?
Yeah, the girls had to step forward and then the guys came in.
So the girls were there and then each time a lad comes out. It's a bit like a shitter version of Take Me Out, isn't it? Single man. I remember everyone stood forward for Faye. Everyone wanted to choose Faye.
I think like 2 or 3 people chose her.
She was getting the most attention, wasn't she? Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think everyone's got different things. I think basically what I said was I think everyone was choosing that because she was the one with the fake tits. And lads can't tell.
Do you think lads just choose someone? Oh, there's a pair of tits. I'm going to choose her.
Yeah. But no, because I think I don't think boys can really tell when tits are fake or not, whereas girls can. I mean, I didn't like, that wasn't like my first thing going, oh, she's got fake tits, I'm not picking her. Like, get your fucking tits done, the girl.
Didn't we have this conversation though? I literally wouldn't be able to tell if a lass had their tits done unless it was like the cock destroyers where they're just poof, poof. I wouldn't be able to tell if someone's had their tits done. I'd just be like, oh, well, she has big tits. I don't know if I'd choose her for that reason.
Fuck's sake.
But it's like I said, it's harder for lads to, like, how, from a girl's perspective, how do you like instantly just see it? You're like, yeah, fake.
Because perkiness, it's all about the shape. Because like natural boobs have a little bit of a drop to them, whereas when tits are fake, normally they're just standing up on end.
What do you like, perky?
Yeah, they're just like perfect circles.
So can you not have naturally perky tits?
Yeah, but they're not perfect circles. Natural perky tits normally still have like a bit of a droop to them.
Bit of a droop?
Yeah. Like they'll still, like the top bit will be like droopy, whereas like fake boobs are like the same size everywhere, I guess. Like more circular.
God, you learn a new thing every day, don't you?
I don't know, I'm not a tit expert.
One thing that we did pick up on is in the intro, like scene. So basically, it's like they introduce each contestant to do a little bit like, oh, you know, my favourite biscuits and Oreo. Yeah. That kind of thing. Aaron said, oh, by the way, I've never cheated. I wanted to ask you, if you've never cheated on somebody, would that be like a selling point, like a USP for you?
I don't know. Like, why? I don't understand why you'd mention that. Surely he's done some shady shit if he needs to like be like, I've not cheated.
What, he's like killed someone?
No, like in relationships. Like he's probably like basically cheated, but he's like, oh no, it was just a kiss on a night out. Nah, that's not cheating.
Oh, when they want a break?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things he said was, and if you don't believe us, ask me ex-girlfriends. I was like, what?
Because they're not going to know.
Is this like a reference for a job? Wait, name the 3 past girlfriends you've had, and I'll ring them up. It's like when you applied for a house. Of first impressions, maybe not Aaron, maybe. Who, out of the girls, who did you like think, okay, she's got promise for the series? Just off the first episode, like your first kind of, was there nobody?
No. Like, I don't know, I think it's just because it takes a while to kind of like find out the personalities and stuff, really. Like,
yeah. Any of the lads? And one thing I thought was hilarious was that Toby, when he went, oh, you know, I've got 100% success rate with girls. Nobody stepped forward for him.
He's been rejected like several times since entering the villa. I've never been rejected. There's a first time for everything, love.
Yeah, first time for everything. He's meant to be a semi-pro footballer, so maybe he's like semi telling the truth with that. I wanted to ask you, imagine, what would your walkout be? So you've got like loads of lads waiting and you're walking out. How the fuck do you walk out? Do you like give like the host a little high five? Or you like, what are you doing?
A little high five, like what, like that, like slap their ass.
Yay!
I don't know.
Do you think you just walk out with your head and just?
And I'd just be like, hey.
I'm Chloe. I think I'd try and like just seem like I was fun.
I don't know. I was gonna say I'd shake me tits, but I don't really have enough tits to shake, so I don't really know.
I think I'd just try and like show like I was kind of like funny because they all walk out like this. How good would it be if they just put somebody in that probably wasn't as good looking as everybody, but was really funny?
But they've done that before.
Haven't they?
They'd always have like one every season that was stereotypically not the most attractive person, because like from, you know, like Love Island type is very, with men, it's all big massive muscles, six packs, like
me.
Perfect teeth and quiffs and shit. And then like, and they'll just bring the guy with like a dad bod or like a short guy that's like just dead funny.
I think I know who you're talking about. Like you're talking about like Kem.
Yeah.
And like that.
Yeah, because in that season I thought Kem was the like most attractive.
But don't them two kind of people that we've mentioned there like do better after the show?
Yeah.
So why do you think they don't just bring in some personality? They're not saying the current don't
yeah,
have
because
it.
they probably do. It's just we've not really seen it.
I don't know if this is personality, but I don't know if it's been a dick. It was when Liberty stepped forward for Jake. One thing I found strange was when they coupled up, Jake instantly, the whole time, had his hand on her arm. Instantly. This is the first time they've met. Yeah, he was probably like getting a little grab of it. First time they've met. First second they've met.
I know, because like, even if obviously you step forward, so you thought they were hot, even if somebody did that the first time, you'd be like, why the fuck are you touching my hip and my ass? Even just in
a natural environment. Never mind on telly. Imagine you just like, a lad comes up to you in a club and like, all right, you're hot. Flirting games on point. And then you get, oh yeah, do you want a drink? You start having a drink, and then instantly, hand on your ass. You'd be like, what the fuck? I feel like we have to talk about Brad. Geordie Brad.
His chat to lasses is terrible. I think the thing is, I think it might just be because we're both Geordies that I do find him a bit funny. I think it's just because like he reminds me of like lads that we know.
Yeah.
So he just makes us laugh because he's just so...
He's dry and...
Yeah, he's... Oh, God.
But a lot of people step forward for him. Do you reckon it's the accent?
Possibly. I don't know. Is this accent nice though? Because we get a lot of comments saying they hate our accent.
Let us know if this accent is nice. Now with Love Island, for people that don't know, once everyone's coupled up, like they've all coupled up on the episodes, they've all got, you know, like their initial attraction's kind of there. They have to share a bed with the person that they've coupled up with. So hopefully it's someone you like. What would that be like, sharing a bed with someone that you've just met?
And you're sober.
So that's the thing. If you're on, let's say, right, you're single on holiday, or you say just even you're fucking on a night out, and you shag someone, right? Is it different because you're shagging them, but you're pissed, but you're sleeping with them, but you're sober in Love Island?
I don't know. I could just imagine it being really awkward, especially because it's like you're in a room full of strangers as well. So you're not only just sleeping in a bed with some bloke you've just barely had a lot of chat with.
Yeah.
But then you're also in that same room with like how many other strangers? Like 9 other strangers?
Yeah, something like that. Would you feel comfortable?
I don't know.
Would you
I feel a bit on edge. I feel like I'd be on the edge of the bed, like like, please do not touch me.
What, you wouldn't go for like a spoon with them?
Oh God, no.
The way you sleep, you're a right little fucking wriggler. So you'll probably wriggle over to their side. What?
I think it's just the initial awkwardness of like, hi, nice to meet you. We could potentially be together in the future, but we're not sure yet.
Yeah.
I need to get to know you first. I could potentially get to know you, or I could, like, with the guy next door in the bed, I could just be shagging him later. Like, what? Like, do you know what I mean?
How bad is it? Talking about, like, after they've all coupled up and stuff, now we've got they're having little chats and everything. They're kind of just getting to know each other. One thing that we picked up on is one of the contestants. Now, I don't want to be nasty, but fuck me. That Sharon, she thinks she's far too good for this show.
See, I think as the week went on, I actually kind of liked her a little bit more.
Did you see what she did to Hugo? So Hugo, like, they both sat down and were talking to Kaz and Toby.
Yeah.
And then Hugo just started talking and then she just came out with... oh yeah, we've already talked about Hugo's eye contact. I was like...
Yeah, and then when Hugo left and she was proper slagging him off.
Yeah, I was like, fucking hell, alright, ma'am. What are you going on about his eye contact?
It's like he walked away and she was like, oh yeah, he's dead shy, he's this. And I was like, bless him.
I know, bless him.
Give the poor guy a chance. He's probably nervous. His first time on telly.
He was just going and getting everyone drinks and everything.
I know, bless him.
Bless him, he just wanted to be the first up to make everyone coffee, didn't he?
Oh God. Not that. Not that. Can we just say as well, Hugo?
Yeah.
His laugh, like he just yells. Like I think it was especially that first episode when they first sat, like, during the first sat on the bed together and they were having a conversation. He was just like, ha ha ha, yeah, and he was like shouting in our face. How is that? First of all, how is that shy and quiet? He was literally screaming.
He was like, oh yeah, great, mate, yeah, great.
But like whenever he talks, he just yells.
I don't think he knows the microphone's right there. But anyway, the first episode finished off with like, I think they'd done like a sexy thing where like they had to like kiss. They had to do like, it was like a truth or it was like a dare thing that they had to all do. So they had to like kiss like earlobes and think they had to like do a sexy dance. Sex position. And one of the things, okay, so there's this lad called Jake, and when he first came in, he made it very, very clear to everybody that he has a foot fetish. Which,
by the way, what is the thing with the show? Every year, when there's always somebody that's got a foot fetish, and they'll always have to go on about it.
Yeah, they have to keep going on.
It has to be made into a thing.
Exactly. You know, if I met you and I went, hi Chloe, I've got a foot fetish.
Like, I feel like that's something you bring in a bit later in the conversation.
A bit more comfortable. Maybe, you know, she's painted her nails. Oh, I love your feet. By the way, foot fetish.
Yeah.
It's very strange. Anyway, on that point, there was like these cards, and they got given these cards of what they have to do. It's just, you know, great telly. Toby had to suck Kaz's feet for 30 seconds. Now, Jake was fuming at this point. Fuming. And then Toby started sucking Kaz's feet. And then all of a sudden, all you see is Jake filming it.
I'm going to keep this for later. Poor Kaz, can I just say? That poor lass.
Why did nobody pull him up on it? He's definitely going to take that in the bathroom later.
I know, but imagine like how Kaz felt at the end of that day, right? Nobody picked the poor lass and she's stunning. And then some creep's got a video of her toe getting sucked. Christ. Someone needs to send her on a really nice date, or like, I'm not going to be happy with the show, this poor girl.
With her socks on. And I was like, what the fuck's going on, bro? Put your camera away. Had the flash on and everything, the dirty bastard. I'd be like, delete that. Now episode 2 started off with a brand new girl. Fresh meat. Chloe entered the villa. First impressions.
I don't like judging people this early because I feel bad when like you say nasty things about people because like you don't know nasty. Them. No, I'm just saying like who am I to judge? But
Jesus.
On our little thing where she was saying that she's admitted to having an affair with her boss.
I forgot about that.
And obviously like the boss is going to see this and the wife and kids or whatever.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, this girl literally said on TV, oh, I'm partial to a married man.
That was a good impression.
Thanks. And then she was like, yeah, you know, I was
call my boss.
I was shagging my boss, and then I later found out you had 2 kids and a wife.
I don't know what it was at the start. I wasn't getting good vibes from her, but we'll see.
What I like about her is that she's not boring.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll actually start like chatting shit about people and like really like in like just making a bit of drama.
I've seen like a lot of people say this on Twitter and I agree, like she wasn't as good as past Bombshells.
Yeah, so who was the past Bombshells were you
like
saying?
Molly May, Maura.
Are you trying to say that she's like not living up to the plate yet?
Just from the initial like I don't know.
Yeah, her job was to basically try and like start conversations with people. So she had a conversation with our man Brad, which we were fucking creased at. And she was like, oh yeah, you know, I just love being called darling, princess. And Brad was like, oh, you're not fucking getting that from me, love.
I'm not calling you princess.
Do you think calling someone princess is cringe?
Yeah.
So if you heard someone go,
all right, princess, like I think it's just it's a voice I imagine it in.
Sean Only Fools and Horses, like.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of pet names are a bit cringe.
What about darling? Darling's alright, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
I think it depends on the accent of who's saying it.
Darling, like Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
Nah,
like darling. That's that, right?
Darling.
Darling.
It's emphasis on the D in it. Darling.
Just chatting shit.
Now, one of the big things to come out of this episode too was Hugo saying that he had sex in the middle of the road was one of his confessions. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's now come out that the school that Hugo works at is now said he can't come back. Like, he can't come back to teach. But then I saw a few comments saying that he's only a trainee teacher. So I'm not sure. But if you're a teacher, should you be admitting shit like that?
Maybe not.
Is that disrespectful?
I don't know. I think obviously he's an adult. He can do what he wants.
But doesn't that?
But I think it's like the thing of the job. Like if you admit shit like that, and like obviously all the students know about it now, so like he's just gonna
imagine how many high fives he's gonna get in his next fucking lesson. Can you imagine? Be like a hero. So now episode 3 starts and Chloe chooses Aaron. Biggest thing of the series so far was that Aaron was currently coupled up with Shannon.
Yeah.
And then Shannon gets a fucking text saying she's binned.
I felt so
Shannon's
bad.
binned.
I felt
What?
awful.
How?
That girl, she was set up to be the next Molly May. I'm not, but
Her pretty little thing contract was literally on the table. All she needed to do was just glide through the next couple of weeks. What happens if she just quitted her job?
That's what I know. That's what I was saying. Like that is like terrible for like the mental health of these people.
If anyone could go, could they not have picked fucking Sharon? Would anyone have cried if Sharon left? I wouldn't have.
Especially because she was already, like a fucking glamour model and shit. She literally had her career set.
Do you reckon there's a possibility she could come back?
And I've seen people on Twitter saying that what if she comes back for Casa Amor or something?
Yeah. Is there an open door for that?
I don't know if they do that. I don't think they care that much about the contestants to be like, oh, we'll give her a second chance. And I just don't think they care. I think, no, you're binned, love. But, I mean, I don't know if she's posted yet, but I looked like a couple of days after and she still hasn't posted on social media, like on Instagram or anything. And normally when Love Island, like the Islanders leave, as soon as they get the phone back, which is like when the thing's posted or like the day after, they post something and she hasn't posted anything yet.
That's a great spot from you. I didn't want to call her boring, but I just feel like she didn't do enough to be like, oh, yeah. I'm devastated she's gone.
Yeah, I just don't think, that's just because at that time though, nobody had screen time. So if anybody left, you would have been like, okay. I
think this is where it started to heat up, because at the end of this episode is where they're doing beer pong. Now, our lad Brad, again, starting shit, kiss the person you're least attracted to and you're most attracted to. So he was coupled up with Faye, fake tit Faye, and he kissed her and Chloe, the new girl. However, it was because he fancied Chloe and Faye was the person that he least fancied.
When he chose to couple up with her.
Now, let's unpack this.
Just a shit show. Like, I appreciate it for the telly. Like, it was
unbelievable.
Yeah,
telly.
Great. But oh god, that poor girl. She was fucking raging.
Twitter hated Brad after this. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, look, I feel bad for Faye, but how funny was it for the telly?
Yeah, it was quite funny. It was good. I think especially because it's been quite a
boring
season so far. Like, but I think that's like expected when it's just started, and like every other season, like you kind of compare it to the end of every season where it's like amazing. Give it a bit of drama.
But if you were in that situation, how would you be feeling if you're Faye?
Yeah, you'd feel like shit.
Would you?
Like he could have easily just
kissed another friend or something.
Yeah, like just kissed one of the girls that he was like never had an interest in.
Yeah. But
instead he had to be the cunt. I think as well, like whenever they had conversations, so Faye was literally just staring at him like this, trying to figure out what he was saying. Like, I don't think she had any clue what he was saying anyway.
I know, it's like she was on the gear, wasn't it? Do you know if we got, like, let's say we split up and we, like, both decided to stay in London and we got with, like, another person that's not from Newcastle, do you think we would have the same issues of people trying to understand us?
Probably. I mean, I have it at work. I don't understand people from here a lot of the time. A guy was talking to me at work today, like, because he needed something. He needed a plaster or something, and I kept looking at him going, pasty. He was going, plaster. I was going, pasty. And I was convinced he was saying pasty. I was like, I don't have pasties.
4th episode comes. Now, Aaron and Sharon start kissing. They get with each other. That's quite a big bombshell. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, because they never had any screen time.
No, they're both of the kind of ones that are going underneath the radar.
Yeah, same with Kaz and, what's he called?
Toby.
Yeah, Kaz and Toby have had fuck all screen time as well.
I feel like they're trying, at this point, they're trying to build the whole show around Liberty and Jake.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be around them, but I don't feel a connection to them. Do you?
Nah, I feel like, I don't know, I've just got this feeling that he's just going to fuck her over.
You think Jake's going to snake Liberty?
Like, it's like, I just feel like Casa Amor or something, he's going to be the one, because you know, every year there's always that one person in Casa Amor where the girl thinks the relationship's good.
Yeah.
And then the guy comes back with another girl. I think it's going to be him.
You think?
If they're still together at that point, 100%.
So his type's a blonde person with nice feet.
Yeah, so if there's going to be a blonde girl in Casa Amor who's going to be part of Bombshell, stunning feet, white painted toenails, the lot. It's going to be like, yeah, she's the one.
That's interesting because they're the only couple that's kind of really like solid right now.
I know, I just don't trust them.
That would be fucking great telly. Talking about them two getting with each other, Jake's favourite position, the scissors.
Oh, what the fuck was he
What the fuck's the scissors?
He pulled that out of his arse.
So you're saying, right, a lad and a lass? How the fuck's that working?
Because like if you do that, the wheelie's going up that way. So what? Do you just have to bend it?
I don't know. The scissors. What?
He demonstrated it like that as well. So it's not like he like tried to put like an angle into it or something. He literally was just like,
turn the cameras off. Let's try it.
Oh, that's another thing about him that
What?
I've noticed. He's got such like
Toxic
toxic
masculinity.
toxic masculinity. He's like, she could, but or like just he gets so offended of what she says. Like she was like, "Oh, you're goofy." He's like, "I'm not goofy."
Yeah, I think you're going on about when they were on about is he going to be the little spoon or
Yeah.
the big spoon?
He's like, "I'm not going to be the little spoon."
I'm not going to be the little spoon.
What do you
Me?
mean? No,
not me. No, just be our tits and feet for me.
So admit you like a cuddle.
In this episode, this is the one where 2 new lads come in. We've got Liam and we've got Chuggs. Can I have a round of applause for Chuggs?
Fucking Chuggs.
Everyone loves Chuggs.
Cuddles and hugs.
Cuddles and hugs.
His mum and dad give him that nickname that means cuddles and hugs, and he's kept it.
He's definitely.
And he's entered a show for national television calling himself Cuddles and Hugs. Fucking Chuggs.
He's definitely just come off a gap year.
And he's got a bucket hat business.
Well, if you want to sponsor us, Chuggs, right? I'm all cuddling and hugs over here. Yeah, imagine fucking screaming out Chuggs during sex.
But that's what I was saying to you. Like, Shani, like, I'm not being funny. If you had a nickname like that everyone called you, I'd be calling you Cameron. I would not be calling you your nickname.
You wouldn't call us the Dickmaster 3000.
Fuck off. But like, if you say if all your mates called you Chuggs and that was like, oh, it's Chuggs. Would I fuck as your girlfriend, or like even just if we were dating, be calling you by your nickname?
Why?
Because it's weird as fuck. So what, when you say your wedding vows is going to be, will you take Chuggs in your hand in marriage?
Let's say you're having sex with Ronaldinho, you wouldn't say Ronaldinho.
Who's Ronaldinho?
I need to teach you.
Is it a footballer?
Yes, it is. Off Chuggs to Liam. Liam is 21.
No, he's 30.
He's got a wife and kids, him.
He's been messing around with some kind of documents to get on the show. He's my age. I feel like I look like a child.
Yeah, I feel like people in Love Island look so much older than they actually are.
Yeah, they always do. Remember bloody...
Ched from last season was fucking huge, wasn't
He was like the tallest man I've ever seen in my life.
And
He
he's
was just
20.
fucking huge.
Like, what do they feed them? Is there like a Love Island Academy?
No.
Where they like feed them and build them up to be like these people?
So I reckon it's like red cap milk or blue cap milk. Maybe green.
The final episode we watched, the Friday episode, kicked off and the new boys entered the villa, Chloe. And we found out early doors, the first conversation all the lads had, Liam admits that he's got a foot fetish as well.
I don't understand why everyone in the show who has a foot fetish needs to tell everyone.
I don't get it.
You don't see anyone coming in saying like they've got any other fetish. It's always just if you've got a foot fetish.
Like, what other fetishes are there that you can say? You could say you've got a tied up fetish, you've got a tied up fetish, you've got a trains fetish, that'll be one.
I don't know, but there's so many different kinds of fetishes. But nobody seems to like boast about the fetishes unless it's a foot fetish.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like with people with foot fetish are just like so public about it. Like, just chill.
Yeah, if anyone else has got a fetish, comment in, stand up for your fetish. Right?
Like, yeah, none of them come on and go, so yeah, I do like a bit of furry play.
Yeah!
Like,
Where's the love for the fairies?
I know. I
Bring
want some Love
fairies.
Island fairies.
Yeah! Imagine
for fairy
Imagine.
watching.
But this episode was the first recoupling. Now, I'm going to read the couples out here. Kaz and Toby, right? We've already talked about them. They seem like, I think they start off a bit slow, but I think Toby is seeming to get more comfortable.
Yeah, because it seemed as if, like, Toby, for some reason, was like,
Hold
oh no,
on.
if I give her a hug, that means she's going to get attached and fall in love. It's like, just give the poor lass a spoon.
But he's never had a girlfriend before, what he was saying.
Yeah,
So
I think he really felt himself. He was like, nah, if I even touch this woman, I breathe on her, she's just going to fall.
Yeah, I think he thinks he's a shagger, doesn't he? He thinks he's a pure shagger. We've got Sharon and Aaron, which is just a new kind of brewing. We don't know where that's going to go. We've got Liberty and Jake, which you think Jake's going to fuck her over, but...
Now, this is early predictions, but I don't know, but I feel like...
They're solid at the
It's
minute.
just, I feel like there's always that couple every season that straight away they get attached to each other and don't see any other options.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Casa Amor comes around, it fucks it over.
Yeah. Well, we don't know, but that is... If that's right, I'm going to come back to this episode and I'm going to buy you a dildo. A Love Island dildo.
I just have like a Chinese.
We've got Faye and Liam. So Faye had the choice of Liam or Hugo, and she went for Liam, which is she was getting to know Hugo a little bit, but I think Liam she's more attracted to initially.
Yeah.
And she's been on a date with him, so that's also they've been in more of a not a sexual, but more of a romantic setting.
Yeah, I thought with them two as well, it seemed as if like it seemed as if Faye just kind of started to get to know Hugo because he was the only one left.
Yeah.
So it just seemed as if like she was just getting to know him because like, oh, I may as well. But as soon as the new guy came in, she was like, nah.
Yeah.
So I don't think she actually had any intention of getting with Hugo unless somebody came in and someone's came in.
Well, talking about people getting with Hugo, he was picked at the end instead of Brad.
Yeah, because who was that by again?
Chloe.
Yeah,
new girl Chloe.
Yeah, I was shocked about that because I thought like she had a really good opportunity, like because she was the one that came in and got to know all the lads, that I thought that she would be picking someone for a romantic reason, but she said that she just picked him because she doesn't want to see him leave.
I think she's a bit... I don't think any of the lads have got as much crack as her. I think I don't think she's funny, but she's very talkative.
Yeah, definitely.
But she picked Hugo because she wants Hugo to find love or something. It's like in a friendship. He got friend zoned, basically. Yeah. That left Brad, our lad Brad, and... I said Chuggs. Chuggs.
Chuggs.
Bombshell. Chuggs gets a text saying a new girl is entering the villa. Now we have Rachel. Now Rachel has her entrance walk, and a lot of people were taking the piss out of it. Can you explain what happened with that?
I feel bad for her.
Why was she walking like that?
I think it's because it's been lockdown. She hasn't worn heels in a while, and she was just a bit nervous. She probably had wobbly legs, and she was like, I can't remember how to walk in heels.
There's this photo of Cal Freezy at a Sidemen football match. It looks identical to it. I want to show you it. Wait.
Why does he look like that? He looks like a giraffe.
His head's so small. It looks like that so much. She walked in with swagger though. She was like, she was definitely like that bitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I did find it really funny that a lot of people on Twitter were saying that like that Brad and Chuggs were both like describing their types like, oh, they're like what, like little blonde girls.
Yeah,
and
then she comes in.
And she comes in and they're all like, woo. Yeah. It's like they bring in these like stunning like black girls, and then all the lads have just got the same type of little blonde girl.
Yeah, it's kind of basic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like no range ever.
Yeah, it's always just a kind of like stereotypical kind of thing.
Yeah.
If you would like to see us do a weekly review of this, like if you want to see a week 2, let's say, you know what, let's say fuck it, 1,000 likes. That's a lot. I'll see you tomorrow. There's a Chloe and Cam going up tomorrow, a normal one. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.